This video will show you the difference between creating a folder and creating a learning module. So here I have my course, and this course is pretty much made up of all folders. And so when my students click on Start Here, they get the important documents they need for that first day. And here's the content for week 1, for example. So these are just homeworks that link them to WebAssign, which is our homework online system. So when they click on section 1.1, they can see the guided notes, the lecture videos, and any additional resources that they might need. So to do the homework, they can click the X, and then they would click on the homework, and it's going to take them to WebAssign. Okay, so it's right here. Every week it's set up the same way. Well, first let me show you the student preview. In the student preview, this is what the student sees. These circles just mean that the student hasn't completed everything in that folder. Once it's completed, it's going to fill up. And so again, the student would click on each section, click on the section folder. They can get out. And if you notice, it's starting to fill up. Okay. So to navigate, the student would basically be clicking on each section on each week folder. So let's click exit. And let's go to a course that is set up as a learning module. So here, if I click on Start Here, it looks a lot like a folder, but you really start to see the difference as a student preview. So let me go ahead and click on that. And basically, the learning module allows the student to navigate through your content, kind of like if they were flipping a book, the pages of a book. So here's my class overview video. Of course, the student can. And if I click on the arrow, notice the arrow here. It allows the student to navigate to the next thing just by using the arrow. It opens up the documents for them, and they can download it by clicking this icon, and they just keep going. So they basically get everything that the other folders would give them, but they can navigate through it just using the arrows, and they can go back as well. They can click here and go back. Okay, so let me go to the weekly module. So I would click here, and then my arrow is going to appear again. So I can go across. Notice it's all in here, the same items that we saw previously. And I can go to my homework. They would click on it to do the homework, and then it automatically takes them to the next section. And we exit. Oh. And as the students complete the work, it tells them how many things they completed. So in this case, 6 out of the 7. And then they can see that they haven't done this last one. So a student can always see where they left off. So basically, that's the difference between having your course set up as a learning module or as folders. So to add a folder, we click the plus sign here. We're going to click on Create. And here you can choose a folder, a document, or a learning module. If you click the folder, then you can call it week 2. I'm going to say save. And here would be your folder. But let's say you want it to be in learning modules. Then we would click the plus sign, create, a learning module. I'm going to call this week 2, and it's from 9/4/23 to 9/10/23. We can add a description. This module contains this week's student notes, pictures, and assignments. You can add an image. Here, since you're creating a learning module, you can add it to be a 4 sequence. So let's click on save, and I'm going to make it available. And if you already have stuff set up in a master shell and you just want to copy information here, then to do that, you will click on the plus sign, and I'm going to say copy content. I'm going to look for one of my old courses, and let's go with this one. I'm going to click on content, week 2, and I want all of this information. Start copy. In the meantime, while this loads up, let me just talk about a few things here. If you have multiple classes and you want to have a link to your office hours, then you can use one of the courses. You can get the link for that course. You can create a session. I'm going to be guest access, and this will have no end or open sessions. And I'm going to create it. And I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to press save. So now when my students need to see me, they can join, this class can join here. But then what I would do is I would go to my next class, and I'm going to create a link. So I would put here student hours. I'm going to place the link and press save. And so for this class, when they click on this, it's going to take them to the class collaborate room in the other room where I'm going to be located. So for this room, what you would want to do is disable it. That way the students don't see that option there. Okay, let's go back. So week 2, all my stuff is in here. Okay, so again, if you want to see this as a student view, let me just open this little so we can see it. Then when they're in week 2, they can proceed as normally. Here, the reason I don't see the next information is because I don't have it available for the students. So for example, if I click on quiz 1, you see I have it hidden. So that's why we didn't have the arrow to continue. Anywhere you want to add something, you would just click the plus sign. You say create, and then you can add the folder, a document, a link, a test, an assignment, a discussion, or a journal. So here's where you would manage your question banks. You can get attendance. You click on it, and then you can mark the attendance.